We've all seen the $1 million YOLOs on WallStreetBets, but what happens when you scale it down a little bit? There's another subreddit out there playing the same game with the same rulebook, just on a miniature scale. Is it a hidden gem for aspiring degens, or just another casino? Today we're exploring Smallstreetbets to find out. And if WallStreetBets is 4chan discovering a Bloomberg terminal, Smallstreetbets is 4chan discovering $5. Fellow apes, it's time to meet your little brothers, the ants of the trading world. Remember that this is not financial advice, pretty obviously, but what you do with your piggy bank pennies is your decision. We'll start off with the user LackWooden392. His intentions were pretty clear from the start of joining Reddit. If I had $1 million, could I never work again? Pretty fittingly, his second post is about ants, appropriate for the size of his positions as we'll soon see. Fast forward 1 year and a bunch of car problems later, and LackWooden shows up not to WallStreetBets, but Smallstreetbets, showcasing a portfolio up 64% in a single day. With such a nice percentage gain, you're probably imagining that he had successfully turned maybe $1,000 into like $1,600, but you'd be wrong. OP turned 31 cents, not 31K, not $31, but 31 cents, into 51 cents. The next day, he returned to the subreddit to proclaim that he is back, and this time up 287%. Talk about printing tendies. LackWooden was now holding a position worth over $1 when he'd started with just 31 cents. The positions are mostly very small contracts on some sports bets. His plan was very clear. Gonna try to double up tonight on this other game, then that should be enough to buy an options contract I can hopefully flip for $5. Then it's game on, baby. 100x, here we come. Stay blessed, regards. Smallstreetbets had quite a bit to say about this story, from rags to slightly bigger rags. Good enough to screenshot, implying it's good enough to sell. Road to $10, and where can I sign up for the Discord? More on that later, but first link in the description, bro. Save some money for the rest of us. OP lets us all know that his peak positions were $1.98, up 538%, so forget about tendies, this guy made enough for maybe getting one chicken tender. He says he, quote, flew too close to the sun, and his positions after that came right back down to earth. Fat69420 is a Reddit user with a 7-year history on the website, from self-deprecating jokes about weed and success to showing off a pretty sick haircut that he got. Fat69420 makes his first and only post in the speculative trading world just about 3 days ago, titled 5'6", 19 male, 6 inches girthy, just started my gambling addiction. The screenshots showcase a nearly doubling of his initial investment, at least in part due to buying calls on the Genius Sports stock. The comments on Smallstreetbets had very little to do with the positions and more to do with the aforementioned stats in OP's post title. Why did you include your stats in the title? For the boys, of course. And then this one that had me cracked up. 2 truths and a lie. I think the only thing I've learned so far is that the ants of Smallstreetbets are just about as degenerate as the apes in WallStreetBets. Next up, we'll meet Beginning Bus 4969. He's only made 2 posts, both within Smallstreetbets, so we'll look at them both. 2 months ago, Beginning Bus claimed that 2025 was finally giving him some hope. I'll give it to him. The chart for the year to date is looking pretty solid. 93% in a single year is nothing to laugh at. But as usual, the all-time chart is looking pretty crappy in comparison. He's lost over 3/4 of his investment so far. Beginning Bus shares his heart-wrenching story. I started trading in 2019 and ventured into options in 2020, and honestly, life has not been the same since, in a very negative way. At my lowest, I was down a total of $51,703, a brutal number that still feels surreal. I'm nowhere near full recovery, but I wanted to share a small win. We're 7 months into 2025, and for the first time I began trading options, I've had a string of positive months. Every other year has been a complete struggle with barely any green. There are still 5 months left in the year, and I know the journey is far from over. But for once, I feel like I'm crawling out of the hole, not digging deeper. Wish me luck as I keep grinding toward break even and beyond. One commenter noted that this might all just be a dead cat bounce, and unfortunately, he's right for now. OP returned to the Smallstreetbets subreddit to declare that he had made not even a single good choice, with losses on Constellation calls, Welltower calls, Align puts, NRG Energy puts. It didn't matter which way he bet. He managed to get 8 option strategies all wrong. That's actually impressively bad. Imagine flipping a coin 8 times and getting tails each and every time. At the bottom, OP sarcastically mentioned he had a Discord for $5.99 per month for those who wanted to lose money with him. I hate to one-up OP, but I have a better deal, a free Discord for all my fellow apes and degenerates. It's not a financial advice Discord per se, but we've got some basic tenets of trading and financial literacy, as well as a small and growing army of degenerate traders that have each other's backs. We've even recently launched a community fund where we vote on positions and then paper trade them together. And we need your vote. First link in the description below. Double Up 101 is another trader who, like Beginner Bus, has had his share of ups and downs in just the past week since joining Reddit. On September 23rd, OP mentioned that SPY puts printed for him and he only had to make another 15K back before wiping out his lifetime losses. Doing the math, that means that his lifetime investments were 22K. Just holding in the S&P 500 would have probably gotten him to 30K by now. Top commenter told OP to close his positions now while he was only down 15K. But why would Double Up listen to that? After all, the next day, OP quickly got to 10K by midday. Then he got greedy and held the SPY puts, coming back down to earth around $7,000. But hey, not a bad day when you make enough for a couple of Happy Meals. But the disaster happened on September 25th, when Double Up started the day with $7,000, dropped to 4K, felt like he was so back at 9K right at that peak, and then dropped to 2.6K to finish the day. Defeated and now down roughly 20K from his initial investment, if you remember from the beginning, I can't help but wonder how much better off OP would have been had he just learned what a stop loss was before YOLOing his savings. And for our final Small Street Bets case study of the day, we will meet Heated Lime. He seems like a pretty well-versed guy, from coin collecting to mining Bitcoin, but maybe not so well-versed in picking stocks. Take a look here at Binny, Bollinger Innovations, for instance. Heated Lime thought it would be a great idea to invest at the top and hold all the way down. By all the way down, I mean all the way, 99.94% down. The good news, Heated Lime was down only $8.78 on his trade, since he'd only bought 1/625th of one share. OP comically exclaims that he'll never be able to financially recover from this disaster. And for anyone looking and seeing the 5K figure, that's the amount per share he averaged in at, but because he only bought 1/625th of one share, he's only out $8, not $5,000. One worried trader asked why OP didn't sell after the first 50% down, and Heated Lime cleared it up for us all. It's a joke, he's just down $8. We'll get back to a regularly programmed Wall Street Bets trade soon. I know you guys absolutely love to see actual destruction of portfolios in the ballpark of 5 or 6 figures. In the meantime, check out the Discord, first link in the description below. Check out the free Wall Street Bets Lingo Dictionary in the second link below. Like and subscribe to the Gigastonks YouTube channel, and I'll see you soon.